Every summer, the threat is real, immediate, and devastating. Wildfires don't just sweep through California. They tear through lives, obliterate communities, and leave behind scars that last generations. This isn't just a natural event. It's a crisis fueled by conditions we can and must address. The truth is stark. Much of this destruction is preventable. This is an urgent public service message, part of an essential educational series. We are breaking down the critical steps needed to stop wildfires before they ignite. From state-level policy shifts to the vital actions you must take at home today, this is the essential knowledge to protect lives, safeguard property, and secure the future of our state. The time for action is now. The most immediate action you can take starts right outside your door. Creating defensible space isn't optional. It's your property's critical buffer zone against an approaching fire. This means rigorously clearing away dry vegetation, dead leaves, and any flammable debris for at least 100 feet around your home. This cleared space dramatically slows or stops a wildfire's advance. It gives firefighters a safer area to work and significantly increases your home's chance of survival. Don't delay. Assess and clear your defensible space today. It's a life-saving measure. Wildfires don't just spread through direct flame contact. Embers are a major cause of home ignition. These tiny, glowing fragments can travel miles ahead of the fire front, landing on roofs, entering vents, or igniting debris near your house. Your home must be hardened against them. Use fire-resistant roofing materials like tile or metal. Install ember-resistant vents with fine mesh screens to prevent embers from entering attics or crawl spaces. Seal gaps and openings in siding, eaves, and around windows where embers could lodge. These upgrades are vital investments in your safety. The plants around your home matter. Some vegetation acts as fuel, while others are naturally more resistant to ignition. Choose your landscaping wisely to reduce fire risk. Opt for fire-resistant plants that are low-growing, have high moisture content, and don't accumulate dead leaves or debris easily. Examples include succulents, rock rose, and certain ground covers. Maintain all vegetation by keeping it watered and free of dead material. Beyond individual properties, the sheer amount of flammable material in our forests and wildlands is a critical problem. Decades of fire suppression have led to overgrown forests with excessive dead trees and dense underbrush, creating a massive fuel load ready to explode. Urgent, large-scale fuel reduction projects are essential. This involves mechanical thinning, removing dead trees, and clearing dense brush in strategic areas. This work must be accelerated to reduce the intensity and spread of future fires. Controlled, prescribed burns are a vital tool for managing fuel loads safely. These are intentionally set fires conducted by trained professionals under specific weather conditions to clear out accumulated vegetation. When done correctly, prescribed burns mimic natural fire cycles and prevent the buildup of fuel that feeds catastrophic wildfires. We need to significantly increase the use of prescribed fire across the state. It's a proactive measure that saves lives and landscapes. The most alarming fact is that the vast majority of wildfires are caused by human activity. Accidents, negligence, or lack of awareness lead to devastating consequences. This makes public education not just important, but absolutely critical and urgent. Every Californian needs to understand the risks and responsibilities. Education must cover safe campfire practices, proper use of outdoor equipment like lawnmowers and chainsaws, and the dangers of vehicle exhaust on dry grass. Simple knowledge prevents tragedy. Small, everyday actions by individuals can prevent massive disasters. Never discard cigarette butts anywhere except in proper receptacles. Ensure trailer chains don't drag, creating sparks. Check local fire restrictions before lighting any outdoor fire, even in designated areas. These aren't minor suggestions. They are essential safety rules. Ignoring them puts entire communities at risk. Be vigilant, be responsible, and understand the potential impact of your actions. Technology is providing powerful new tools in the fight against wildfires. We must utilize them effectively and immediately. Drones offer real-time aerial views for monitoring and mapping fires. Artificial intelligence is being developed to analyze satellite imagery and weather data to predict fire risk and detect new ignitions within minutes. Improved communication systems and mobile alerts ensure residents receive timely warnings and evacuation orders. Technology gives us an edge, but only if we invest in and deploy it rapidly. State and local governments have a critical, urgent role to play. Bureaucratic hurdles must be removed to fast-track essential fire prevention projects like fuel reduction and prescribed burns. Delays cost lives and property. Investment in wildfire prevention must be a top priority. This means funding more trained prescribed fire crews, expanding fuel reduction programs, and launching widespread, impactful public education campaigns. Streamlining programs like the California Vegetation Treatment Program, CAL-VTP, is non-negotiable for effective action. Wildfire prevention is a collective effort. No community can afford to wait for others to act. Organize local fuel reduction workdays. Establish community wildfire protection plans. Share information about fire alerts and evacuation routes with your neighbors. Build resilience together. Communities that are informed, prepared, and work collaboratively are far better equipped to face the threat of wildfire and recover afterwards. Your neighborhood's safety depends on shared responsibility. Let's reiterate, preventing wildfires is not solely the government's job or the fire department's job. It is the urgent responsibility of every single person living in or visiting California. Your actions or inactions have direct consequences. Check the fire danger rating daily. If it's high, postpone activities that could cause sparks. Ensure campfires are dead out, cold to the touch before leaving. Park vehicles on paved or cleared surfaces. Your personal vigilance is a critical layer of defense. Wildfires are an undeniable threat to California, but the cycle of destruction is not inevitable. By combining aggressive defensible space creation, home hardening, large-scale fuel management, smart technology, streamlined government action, robust public education, and unwavering individual responsibility, we can fundamentally change our relationship with fire. This is not a passive issue. It demands active, urgent participation from everyone. Wildfire prevention is an ongoing mission, a collective duty. It starts with understanding the risk and taking immediate, concrete steps. If you found this information vital, please share it widely. Like this video, subscribe for more essential safety information, and most importantly, take action today. Check your defensible space, learn the rules, talk to your neighbors. The safety of California depends on your immediate engagement. Stay safe, stay aware, and stay prepared.
Today, we cut through the smoke and focus on solutions. This isn't just about fighting fires, it's about stopping them before they start. We're delivering a critical message to every resident, every government official, and every firefighter. Wildfire prevention is our shared, urgent responsibility. This is a public awareness campaign, a community outreach effort, and a vital educational resource rolled into one. We must act now, together, to protect California's future. The climate is changing and our forests are stressed. Decades of fire suppression have left behind an unnatural buildup of fuel. This combination creates conditions ripe for megafires. Fires that are larger, faster, and more destructive than ever before. Waiting for a fire to start is no longer an option. We must be proactive. Prevention is not just a strategy. It is our most powerful weapon against this escalating threat. Every spark has the potential to ignite a disaster. Human activity causes the vast majority of wildfires. This means that with increased awareness and responsible behavior, we can dramatically reduce the number of ignitions. This is an urgent call to shift our focus from reaction to prevention, from fighting fires to fostering fire-safe communities and landscapes. The area immediately surrounding your home is critical. This is where you create defensible space. It's a buffer zone designed to slow or stop a wildfire from reaching your structure. This space gives firefighters a safer area to work and increases your home's chance of survival. Within the first 5 feet of your home, remove all flammable materials. This includes dead leaves, dry grass, firewood piles, and even flammable mulch. This is the ember-resistant zone. Embers are tiny, burning particles carried by wind, and they are a primary cause of homes igniting during a wildfire. From 5 to 30 feet, reduce flammable vegetation. Thin out trees and shrubs. Remove dead branches and ground litter. Ensure plants are spaced appropriately so fire cannot easily jump from one to another. This zone slows the fire's spread and reduces flame length. From 30 to 100 feet or more, depending on slope and vegetation, continue to reduce fuel. Mow dry grass regularly. Remove dead trees and dense brush. This outer zone further reduces fire intensity as it approaches your home, making it safer for firefighters to defend your property. Maintaining defensible space is not a one-time task. It requires ongoing effort throughout the year, especially as fire season approaches. This is a fundamental responsibility for every homeowner in a wildfire-prone area. Your actions directly impact your safety and the safety of your neighbors. Beyond clearing vegetation, you must make your home itself resistant to ignition. This is known as home hardening. It involves using fire-resistant materials and sealing potential entry points for embers. A hardened home is significantly more likely to survive a wildfire. Start with the roof. It's the most vulnerable part of your home to embers. Replace wood shake or shingle roofs with fire-resistant materials like asphalt composition shingles, metal, or tile. Keep your roof and gutters clear of leaves and debris. Protect your vents. Vents on roofs, eaves, and foundations are common entry points for embers. Install 1/8-inch metal mesh screens over all vents. This small step can prevent embers from blowing into attics or crawl spaces, where they can easily ignite flammable materials. Consider your windows and doors. Use multi-pane windows with tempered glass, which are more resistant to breaking from heat. Ensure exterior doors are solid core and made of fire-resistant materials. Seal gaps around windows and doors to prevent ember entry. Address decks and patios. These structures can accumulate flammable debris and are often made of combustible materials. Clear vegetation from underneath and around decks. Consider using fire-resistant decking materials. Store flammable items like propane tanks away from the house. These home hardening measures are crucial investments. They protect your property and make communities safer by reducing the number of homes that ignite, which can spread fire to neighboring structures. This is a critical step for every property owner in high-risk zones. Wildfires burn intensely and spread rapidly when there is excessive fuel on the ground and in the forest canopy. Decades of fire suppression have created unnaturally dense forests and accumulated vast amounts of dead vegetation. This fuel must be managed proactively. Large-scale fuel reduction projects are essential. This involves mechanical thinning, removing dead trees, and clearing dense underbrush in forests and wildland areas. These projects reduce the continuity of fuel, making it harder for fires to spread and less intense when they do burn. Prescribed burning is a critical tool in fuel management. These are carefully planned and executed fires set by trained professionals under specific weather conditions. Prescribed burns mimic natural fire cycles, clearing out undergrowth and reducing fuel loads safely. Expanding the use of prescribed fire is urgent. It requires overcoming regulatory hurdles, increasing trained personnel, and gaining public acceptance. Prescribed fire is not about letting forests burn uncontrolled. It's about using fire wisely to prevent catastrophic wildfires. These landscape-level efforts require coordination between government agencies, landowners, and communities. They are long-term investments in the health and resilience of our ecosystems and a vital component of a comprehensive wildfire prevention strategy. Human behavior is the leading cause of wildfire ignitions. This makes public education and awareness campaigns absolutely vital. People need to understand the risks, know how to prevent sparks, and be prepared if a fire does occur. Knowledge is power in wildfire prevention. Educational programs must reach everyone: residents, tourists, outdoor enthusiasts, and workers. Simple messages about campfire safety, equipment use, and vehicle parking can prevent countless ignitions. We need widespread understanding of fire danger ratings and restrictions. Community outreach is key. Fire departments, local governments, and nonprofit organizations must work together to provide resources, workshops, and information. Helping residents understand defensible space, home hardening, and evacuation planning saves lives and property. Targeted campaigns are needed for specific risks, educating agricultural workers about equipment use, construction crews about welding safety, and recreational users about campfire rules are essential. Every potential ignition source needs attention and education. An informed community is a prepared community. Investing in robust, accessible public education is one of the most cost-effective wildfire prevention strategies available. It empowers individuals to become active participants in protecting their homes and neighborhoods. Technology is providing powerful new tools for wildfire prevention and management. From early detection to predicting fire behavior, innovation is enhancing our ability to stay ahead of the threat. We must fully embrace and invest in these advancements. Remote sensing technologies like satellites and ground-based cameras can detect new ignitions rapidly, often before they are reported by people. Early detection allows firefighters to respond quickly, keeping small fires from becoming large ones. Artificial intelligence and machine learning are being used to analyze vast amounts of data on weather, vegetation, and topography. This helps predict where and when fires are most likely to start and how they might spread, allowing for better resource allocation and proactive measures. Drones are becoming invaluable. They can be used for mapping fuel loads, monitoring prescribed burns, assessing damage after a fire, and even delivering supplies to firefighters in remote locations. Their real-time aerial perspective is a game changer. Improved communication systems and public alert platforms are essential for community safety. Instant notifications about fire locations, evacuation orders, and safety instructions save lives. Technology connects residents to critical information when they need it most. While technology is a powerful aid, it is not a silver bullet. It must be integrated into a comprehensive strategy that includes on-the-ground prevention work, policy changes, and community engagement. Technology supports human effort. It doesn't replace it. Government at all levels, state, federal, and local, has a critical role in wildfire prevention. Effective policies, sustained investment, and strong leadership are necessary to implement large-scale prevention strategies and support community efforts. Streamlining environmental reviews for fuel reduction projects is urgent. Bureaucratic delays can hold up essential work for years, leaving landscapes vulnerable. We need policies that prioritize wildfire prevention and allow critical projects to move forward efficiently. Increased and consistent funding is required for prevention programs. This includes funding for fuel reduction projects, prescribed fire teams, public education campaigns, and grants for homeowners and communities to implement defensible space and home hardening. Investing in workforce development is key. We need more trained professionals to conduct prescribed burns, manage forests, and work on fuel reduction crews. This requires funding for training programs and creating stable, well-compensated jobs in wildfire prevention. Government agencies must collaborate effectively. Federal, state, and local agencies need seamless coordination on land management, emergency response, and public information. Silos hinder progress. Collaboration accelerates it. Policies must also address the wildland-urban interface, WUI, the area where development meets wildland. Building codes need to be updated and enforced to require fire-resistant construction in high-risk areas. Land use planning must consider wildfire risk. Government leadership sets the tone and provides the framework for prevention efforts. It must champion proactive strategies, invest wisely, and empower agencies and communities to take action. This is a matter of public safety and long-term resilience. Wildfire prevention is not just the responsibility of individuals or government, it's a collective community effort. Neighbors working together can achieve far more than individuals acting alone. Strong, organized communities are more resilient to wildfire. Form Firewise communities or similar neighborhood groups. These programs provide a framework for residents to work together on wildfire preparedness, including identifying risks, developing action plans, and coordinating prevention activities like neighborhood chipping programs. Organize community workdays for fuel reduction. Many hands make light work. Neighbors can help each other clear defensible space, especially assisting those who are elderly or unable to do the work themselves. This builds social cohesion and reduces risk. Develop neighborhood evacuation plans. Know multiple routes out of your area. Identify meeting points. Help neighbors who may need assistance evacuating. Practice your plan. A well-prepared community can evacuate safely and efficiently when the time comes. Stay informed and share information. Sign up for local emergency alerts. Monitor fire conditions. Share updates with neighbors, especially those who may not have access to real-time information. Communication is vital during a wildfire event. Community action amplifies individual efforts. By working together, sharing resources, and supporting one another, communities can significantly reduce their wildfire risk and increase their capacity to respond effectively when threatened. While large-scale efforts are crucial, the foundation of wildfire prevention rests on individual responsibility. Every person living in or visiting a wildfire-prone area has a role to play in preventing ignitions. Your actions matter. Be mindful of sparks. One careless act can ignite hundreds or thousands of acres. Never flick cigarette butts out of a car window. Ensure campfires are completely extinguished. Use spark arresters on outdoor equipment like chainsaws and mowers. Check fire restrictions before doing any outdoor burning or having a campfire. Conditions change rapidly, and restrictions are put in place for your safety and the safety of others. Always follow local rules and regulations. Maintain vehicles and equipment. Ensure trailer chains don't drag on the pavement, creating sparks. Park vehicles on paved surfaces or areas cleared of dry grass. Hot exhaust systems can easily ignite dry vegetation. Have an emergency plan for your household. Know your evacuation routes. Have a go bag packed with essentials. Plan for pets. Discuss the plan with your family. Being personally prepared reduces panic and improves safety during an emergency. Personal responsibility is the first and most fundamental step in wildfire prevention. It requires constant vigilance and a commitment to safe practices, especially during high fire danger periods. Your careful actions protect not only yourself, but your entire community. California's wildfire challenge is immense, but it is not insurmountable. The path forward requires a fundamental shift in how we interact with our landscapes and how we prepare our communities. It demands a collective commitment to prevention, preparedness, and resilience. By implementing defensible space and home hardening, managing fuel loads through thinning and prescribed fire, empowering people through education, leveraging technology, enacting supportive government policies, fostering community action, and embracing individual responsibility, we can dramatically reduce the risk of catastrophic wildfires. This is an urgent, ongoing mission that requires the active participation of everyone: homeowners, renters, community leaders, firefighters, land managers, and government officials. We must work together, learn together, and act together. The future of California depends on it. If you are a resident, start today by assessing your defensible space and home hardening needs. If you are a community leader, organize your neighbors. If you are a government official, champion prevention policies and funding. If you are a firefighter, continue to educate and engage the public. Wildfire prevention is not a burden. It is an investment in our safety, our environment, and our future. Let's make prevention our priority. Let's build a more fire-resilient California together. Take action now. Assess your risk, prepare your home, educate your family, engage your community, contact your representatives, support prevention efforts, stay safe, stay aware, stay prepared.